So hello, welcome for everybody joining this live stream. Can you just let me know if you can hear me, because it's my first live stream. Should work. But yeah, we see at the moment Cardano breaking the all-time high. Could someone put in the chat window if you can hear me actually? Oh, perfect. Great. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining. So we're seeing at the moment, first of all, my first live stream, and then we can see actually Cardano breaking the all-time high now, which is great. So I made the video this morning. Actually, it was already nearly outdated when I uploaded it, but yeah, we see a huge jump, pretty much as we saw yesterday with this bullish pennant now, and we are going just. I have to go to the. I think I have to go to the. Oh. To the hourly one. Oh yeah, there it is. So I'll go to the hourly chart, there we can see it better. But that's big news, because that will now, that can take us to the 260, 266. I think that's another level where we had this channel forming here with the previous lows that I said in the other video. But yeah, it's big news. It's big news. So this is new all-time high. The last, we had the 258, I think was the, we had 254, 256. Then a few days ago here, we made the new all-time high, and now we're just going through. So 7%, we have the volume. It's really good signs. That could really now take us to whatever, even the $3. So that's fantastic. So yeah, I just thought it would be great to do that live stream while we're actually seeing that. It's still in the morning here in the UK, 8:30. Where are you guys all from? So we can see we're actually now getting into, on the hourly, getting into overbought territory. But as I said, before here, we were in overbought territory on the RSI for a few days. So that's not necessarily a problem. I think for crypto, when we see these breakouts, that's actually not unusual. I mean, now we're at 262. I actually thought maybe I'll place a trade here, because I think this could now go to $3. But what I'd like to see is actually confirmation that this level here, the previous all-time high, the red line, is actually tested successfully. So if I go to the 30-minute chart, I just would like to see that we had this tested successfully. I mean, here you can see it on the 5-minute chart. This is obviously very, very micro. So we had the red candle here, nearly touching it, and now we're going up from there. Another red candle, but it looks like we're not gonna stop now. It looks like because of the volume, I look at the volume here, that's huge. So welcome Los Angeles, Sydney, wow, India, Malaysia. It's just crazy. It must be night for some of you guys, isn't it? So it's great. It's unusual. Wow, it's just going through the moon now. 260, 262 nearly, yeah. So yeah, that's what I actually expected when we were, I'll go back to the 1 hour chart. That's what I expected when we were, I can't remember where that was. I think, yeah, yesterday here, when we broke out of the top of this triangle here, I expected actually that we would go straight through, but we didn't. I think that was just because we were in the weekend. In the weekend, generally, I think the volumes are just not there necessarily. And also we had the previous all-time high, which obviously acted as resistance level here. So, but now 262, I think today we could see some more, maybe like 10, 15%. That's what we saw before. And if we just assume, I mean, we had this candle here, the green one, the big one. So normally when you say you break out of these bullish pennants, so what we had here yesterday, you just take the length of that, maybe the beginning of that. So we can take that length here, add it to the top here. So we're pretty much there, but I think we just have that momentum now. So we can see the volume definitely coming in. I think really, really nice. What are your price targets for before the mainnet rollout? What do you think? I think before the mainnet rollout, I think we'll certainly see. I mean, it would be. I said conservatively, I think this year 450. I said, but I think in a if Bitcoin really hits the 100K, which I think it will, because I always refer to the stock to flow model, I think Cardano can easily reach like $5 to $10. That will be short term, however, but I think that's certainly possible. I'm not sure if that will happen before the mainnet rollout. I mean, that's only in 2 to 3 weeks, so just need to be a bit careful. But bear in mind, we can always see price drops as well, so that's always important to be aware of. And I mean, there have been people. I mean, I watch other YouTube videos as well. So other people in other YouTube channels analyzing Cardano have said that we'll probably see this time not the breakout to the top, but actually something more to the downside, like we saw here last time. So where we started at 168, went up and then went down in this channel here, hit the moving average, the 200-day moving average, and so they expected something like a retracement, maybe 50 to 60%. Obviously, we didn't see that. So this time we only retraced, and we can look at the Fibonacci retracement levels. We only retraced like pretty much the 0.382 Fibonacci acted as support level here, and then we went up. So obviously nobody knows, things happen, and you sometimes just don't know what's going to happen. So it's just probabilities in trading, and it's always hard really to really be very clear and really be 100% right. I mean, you can't be 100% right anyway. But I was quite lucky that the last times we predicted things on this channel, they actually worked out. So that's really nice to see. Gives me more confidence as well. Apparently it helps you guys out as well. Croatia, Florida, welcome. Sydney in the lockdown, oh really? Croatia. Well, anytime, any idea when it can hit $3? Well, I think I showed you that in one of my recent videos. I try to show you that again. Let's go to the daily chart. So if we zoom out, and it's a problem, if I go to different time scales, I have to readjust this, but this is the Bitfenix chart. So here on TradingView, you have the possibility to take a look at the prices from different exchanges. So Bitfinex, they have one of the longest histories for Cardano, I think. But yeah, if we take a look, and we can see all these lows here that we hit at the $1 mark, and if we zoom out, we actually see this is not purely just the $1 mark. So if I take a line here, if I draw a line, this is actually not just $1. So it actually goes down a little bit. So we have this slightly ascending support level, which is first of all a really good thing because it increases the average price. But if we say from there, we take the top, so we're actually in a channel. So we saw that yesterday because we hit when we hit the new all-time high of 258, we were actually forming something like a channel, which I said because of that, we were actually hitting a resistance here. So we can see that if I now zoom in, these are basically two parallel lines with a slightly ascending angle. So if I zoom in, you can see that when we hit the all-time high here on the 20th of August, we hit that line, and this is a important resistance level that was. I think that was pretty much the last main resistance we had to go through. Now I think, honestly, if we say that is something on the macro level like a cup and handle, which is a bullish pattern, and we were now forming here, in the last few days we were actually forming this handle here. I mean, normally you say with a cup and handle, you take the length of that and you add it to the top. So that's pretty much from 1 to 250. So we could end up at $4, honestly, fairly soon now, even before the mainnet rollout, I think. If that goes parabolic, that wouldn't be healthy, but it could everything's possible. I don't want to hype this, but in crypto, I mean, things are sometimes just going crazy, and we can see that with Cardano at the moment, and we can see that with Solana. I mean, Solana hit an all-time high not so long ago, and it's just going up and up. So I think that could happen fairly quickly. I think the $3 could happen fairly quickly. I think if we manage to stay above this line here, and I go back to the hourly chart, I need to adjust that once more. If we manage to stay above that level now, I think next week we'll have a very, very positive week, a very nice week. So your price predictions are $3.50, $7.05, $3.50, but definitely we're not gonna stop. 280 today, yeah. I think we all one opinion that we're not gonna stop before the mainnet rollout, and we see that before the last hard fork, which took place on the 1st of March. Where am I now? It's still August here. I need to zoom out. I think it was somewhere here. Apologies, laptop is a bit slow. But yeah, we were here somewhere. So we saw before the mainnet rollout, before the Merry hard fork, which took place on the 1st of March. You know, this was pretty much here where the mouse is at the moment. So we saw 3 huge waves. Yeah, so we had the first one already. We had the second one. Maybe now we see the third one, and the third one was one of the biggest ones. The second one was a bit smaller. The first one was big. That's what we saw as well this time. The second one was not that big, and the third one was big again. So if we assume that will happen again, 3 waves maybe, and we are now in the third wave. So we could, after the Merry hard fork, we saw price going down, and then it went up again, pretty much a sideways movement for a few months until we then saw a new all-time high. I mean, this is something that could happen again. Yeah, so basically we could see 3 waves here. If I zoom out again, we saw the first wave, which was pretty big. The second wave was a bit smaller. Maybe the third wave is now a bit larger again. It could take us up to, maybe even up to $4, guys, before the mainnet rollout. But for me, things are a little bit different this time, because this is really when the application starts and the public are coming in. Everybody's coming in. So it is a bit different to what we saw before. With Merry hard fork, I think people were still not, we didn't have the smart contracts and everything, but we're going to have them on the 12th, 13th of September. Yeah, I think the hope will remain until the drop. I mean, there will be a drop, I think. Honestly, there will be a drop, and there will be one possibly after. I mean, I think that there's obviously a bit of hype now in the market, so I think there will be a little bit too much hype. So I think we will see a drop after the mainnet rollout. But then again, if it goes really successfully, maybe not, or maybe only for a few days, and then the same thing that happened last time might happen again, where we see then after a few weeks new all-time highs. But that's why I try to hold my crypto long term, basically my Cardano, my ADA coins anyway. So I mean, I can't recommend anything to you, but dollar cost averaging works pretty well. I've got 2 portfolios. One of them I just don't touch, and this is where ADA is my biggest holding. But the other portfolio is a trading portfolio, and I trade on a few exchanges. So I try to take profits and profit from price increases as well, more short term. That's my smaller portfolio. But the biggest portfolio is really the long-term portfolio, where I stake and really hold it on my hardware wallets. I think that's a sensible way of doing, because then in the long-term portfolio, I just don't touch it. I forget about it, not in any way emotionally attached. And then sometimes trading, I mean, it's just for fun as well. It's just sad sometimes to see price increases and you can't participate. So that's why I opened the trading portfolio as well. Okay, I think the hype will remain until the drop. Travis, I agree. There will be a drop at some point. Thanks, the best TA on YouTube. Thanks so much. Sefiatu, sorry, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Thanks for that. Are you interested in any Cardano ecosystem coins? Well, I talked about X-Ray on this channel. I'm staking now with the Ray stake pool, where I get X-Ray tokens on top of my ADA rewards when staking. And Ergo, I think, is a pretty good one. I haven't really looked into many other ones on this channel in depth. I think there are many good ones out there. But yeah, I think that it might be worth getting into some as well. But I think ADA is just the main one for me. But the potential is obviously there because with ADA, I mean, it won't just 10x in a very short period of time, but with these tokens or ecosystem tokens, they have probably potential to do crazy price moves again. But obviously, there's more risk as well. So, should you all sell September the 12th? I think many people will do that. I think many people will sell potentially just before the mainnet rollout because there have been crazy gains. Yeah, Ergo is pretty good, Travis. Yeah, I think it is. So basically, a way of, if I remember correctly, you can basically you hold your crypto portfolio, but you can borrow money for it against it. So you can take loans without selling your crypto, which helps from a tax point of view potentially, because you don't have to sell. You don't make any sales transactions. You can just borrow money, which is good because then you can just participate further in price increases. And again, for me personally, I mean, I think always, I've got quite good profits now, but if I sell, what do I do with the cash? Because you can't really, I mean, crypto is just going up and it's for the future. So you can put it in houses or whatever, but they are totally inflated anyway. World Mobile Token, yeah, good point, Travis. That's a good one. That has a social point as well, where people, the unbanked or the people who just don't have any access to mobile phones, and that probably is not only for third world countries. You can probably do that in remote areas. Even here in the UK, some areas don't have mobile phone coverage. So that is really good. When will you pull out? I will, yeah, I will not sell my long-term holdings for Cardano. I won't sell them even in the crypto winter. I won't. I will just keep them for 5 years because that is when I think this can really have a major financial impact. Then I've got a trading portfolio. I've got a little bit of ADA in there, but more other coins as well. And I'm gonna sell them probably at some point. I'll sell them in batches, step by step. I don't want to sell everything in one go because if I think we have hit the top and I sell everything and then it goes up, FOMO can kick in. So what I do, I just sell maybe 25%, then I will sell another 25% and another 25%, and maybe the last 25% I will just continue to hold. But I'm not sure when. I don't know yet. I think I've heard many people saying possibly in September at some point the bear market will start. Another scenario is December. I think the stock to flow model really shows that December might be the end of the of the bull market, and probably a couple of weeks after that you will have the alt season stopping as well. Because normally you have the Bitcoin dropping and then you have the alt season coming in and the crazy alt season that happened last time and the last few times. And then maybe a week after the Bitcoin is dropping, the altcoins will drop as well. The target end of the year, I don't know. Anything between $4.50 I think and $10. I think $10 is very high, but it might happen at the top of the alt season. It might happen. Make a trade, I'm not sure. Don't really want to buy at an all-time high. But I think it's a good breakout here. So it would be a very speculative trade to make one here now. But I think because we go to 450 anyway. But I put all my money in ADA anyway already, so I can't really make a trade at the moment. Good news for breakfast. Yeah, all good. Thanks for joining. How does the lender make money? On Ergo, I believe. I think the lender makes money by getting Ergo rewards, Ergo tokens. I'm not sure if there's anything else. If you know anything, guys, put it in the comments. I think if the lender of the fiat currency on Ergo will get rewards, I think, in Ergo tokens. That's what I think. Washington, welcome. Chat. Yeah, hard work. I know it's hard work, these videos, but it's also fun, especially when prices are going up. Obviously on the weekend I've got a bit more time on my hands, but I'm still extremely busy. But I just enjoy doing these videos. It helps you out as well. And now we're cooling off a little bit, but it's actually healthy not to just go crazy. See that red candle? It would be good to see maybe that candle touching that again, and then after that another green candle. That's only the 30-minute chart now. But it would be nice to see us going up. I don't think, I hope we won't go below again. Don't think we will. We're having the volume. There was a huge candle here. No, I mean, it's a bit unusual because normally what happens when we hit new all-time highs, it's normally really going, oftentimes stocks and shares as well, because then people are just entering the trades. People have set automatic, they basically have set their orders that they will kick in after a new all-time high is achieved. So the volume might just be because it's the weekend, so volume is a little bit lower. I think many institutional traders are obviously not trading now. Please, can you show BTT? BTT? Where do you think Matic will go? I don't know. I'm mainly into Cardano. I'm not really looking. Mainly into Cardano, XRP, yes, Bitcoin. I also hold Ethereum. These are the ones that I closely follow. Also ICP and Quant and XLM. These are my main ones. So, would you put money from ETH to ADA? It's good. I mean, now Ethereum has sort of, had Ethereum gone up further in the last few weeks, possibly, but I think now ETH is probably going to have a breakout at some point as well again. But yeah, long term probably. I think Cardano has the potential, but eventually you need to make the call. Can we buy ADA now? Well, you can. If you want to, you can. But it's always, again, I can't recommend anything, but to buy ADA now, it's risky. Best time to buy was probably when it was $1 or even before that. But yeah, if you missed that, if I think I personally I would still buy, but only holding it long term, because there is now more risk obviously if you buy at higher prices. But I think we will still probably go up further before the rollout, the mainnet rollout, which will happen on the 12th of September. Oh, BitTorrent. Yeah, I'm not sure. To be honest, I haven't really looked into BitTorrent too much. So as I said, I would continue to buy, because I buy every week in small batches. Normally not at all-time highs. I think because I have bought so much already at lower prices, and in the last few weeks, I probably continue to buy ADA just to accumulate to my ADA portfolio, just because I hold it long term anyway. And I think long term the prices will be above 260 anyway. But there's always a chance of a drop. They could, even if we now go up in a further wave, maybe to $3, maybe to $3.50 before the 12th of September. There's always a risk that after the 12th of September will drop. But then again, if many people think we'll drop, on that point, maybe we'll drop even earlier. So it's a bit hard to say. It all depends on how, what the risk, how much risk are you willing to accept. BitTorrent, yeah, as I said, I don't know. ADA worth to buy now, makes sense. Yeah, long term definitely. Short term, I think there might even be, I don't know. FOMO, then hold for 4 years. Yeah, hold long. That's what I'm doing. Cardano all the way up. Oh yeah, Japan. Yeah, exactly. I forgot about Japan. Yeah. So that listing will take place, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I talked about this in the beginning of August, but yeah, I forgot that this will actually take place end of August, that Japan can start to buy ADA. So that will be a really good timing actually before. So let's see if anything happens on the 25th of August. I believe people might go in. Not sure. It's not the massive country, but but obviously they are from, isn't it? They input output Hong Kong, so they have that. They're big in Asia at least. I put all my money in ADA already. Well, yeah, because I've been buying. I mean, this channel is only 2 months old, so I've been actually buying since beginning of 2020. So, and not that much in the beginning, but the prices were really low anyway. But now I think Cardano has a lot of potential. So I don't have anything left. And payday was for me on the 20th of August, so I've straight away bought on the 20th, which was on the way up here. Can't believe my what? Thanks, Luap. Just in time with ADA. Thank you. $5 after 12th September. Yeah, dump. It could dump. Dump or pump? Not sure. I don't think it will pump more after the 12th, but that's only my current view. I can't, because the only way I can make, these sort of tell you what I think basically. I mean, I don't really want to make predictions because they can go wrong as well. And these chart patterns, see, if I look at these chart patterns, they can go down as well. They normally, patterns together with taking a look at moving averages and the indicators, oscillators, and having a feel for the market. I think you need to have a feel for the market. That's why I look at the charts every day in the crypto world and everything. And then you can be right, like maybe 70, 75%, which is pretty good. And then you can make some money trading as well. But of course, 25% of the time you can be wrong as well. So it's always important to know that. I think it's easy, sort of easier to make predictions like that, where you can see that candle forming and you can maybe make out a structure. Maybe this will be another small bull, a bull flag or something. So it's easier to predict then that we go up than to say what will happen after 12th of September. So I think it's fairly, not easy, but it's still easier to say what's going to happen today. Yeah, sort of from a day trader point of view, then how far are we going to go up before the 12th of September? That's tricky. But then long term, I think I'll see ADA at 10, 20, maybe in 5 years, it could even go to $50. If we assume that Bitcoin will go to $1 million, which is what the stock to flow model is telling us, I mean, Cardano can go to $30. That's if you just have the same ratio. But because I think that Cardano will outperform Bitcoin to a certain point, I think Cardano could even go in 5 years to $50. It's of course speculation, but from what we saw in the past, it is not unrealistic. If we also say that many people are coming into the crypto world, especially before, I mean, we're now in the bull market, so I think many more people will come into the crypto world before the next bull market. That's just, I think, when really the main adoption is going to happen. So Japan is a big investment, a lot of money. Yeah, that's good. What other crypto I hold? I hold Ripple, or XRP. I hold XLM. I hold Bitcoin, Ethereum. I hold Algorand. I hold Algorand. What else? Algorand, Quant, and ICP. EOS. I think that's it. I think these are the main ones that I hold. I must confess, I hold a little bit of Doge, and I hold a little bit of Shiba Inu, but that's purely for speculation. And why do I do this? I do this just because I think they could, in a crazy move, they could outperform the whole market. What I will then do, I will sell it and put it into ADA. I believe it will reach $3. That would still be good. VeChain, yeah. Oh, I hold VeChain, but only a little bit because I can only buy that on Binance. But for me, it's hard to get money onto Binance because I'm in the UK. So I had a few BNB coins on Binance, so I swapped them for VeChain. Aris is a scammer. Where's Aris? Yeah. Yeah, don't. There will be. There will probably the more the channel is now coming up and going bigger, the more scammers will come. You see all these horrible scam and spam robots, and I can't remove them all because they are just too fast. Yeah, VeChain is amazing. I would buy more VeChain, but it's just a bit of annoying to get money onto Binance to buy it. If you know a good way to buy VeChain outside of Binance, let me know. But for me, because it's all regulated now in my bank in the UK, they don't allow me to deposit money onto Binance. I've now opened more bank accounts with crypto-friendly banks. So that's part of my strategy of profit taking, because I don't want to have, if that money goes into my UK bank account, the current one, they would probably freeze my account because they are just stupid. So I've got crypto-friendly banks now that I can use probably to deposit money onto Binance. I need to check that. but I think Binance has sort of frozen the possibility for UK residents to deposit money, so it's annoying. So I can't really get hold of my VeChain, or I could send some money or other cryptos to Binance and then swap for VeChain, but I don't really want to do that. Will you be buying Sunday Swap? Yeah, possibly. Haven't really looked too much into Sunday Swap, but you know, Uniswap works pretty well, and Pancake Swap on Ethereum. So I think that might be a big one. But then again, there are other ones. There's this Flano Swap. I think nobody's really talking about it, but it's similar, Flano Swap. But then there's the point, when do you have too many of these decentralized exchanges? So one or two will probably make it, but the other ones might just be too small. Cardano $10. Why the breakout? Well, because yesterday we talked about it in the video that we were moving towards the last time before we had a hard fork. We went up in 3 waves. We are now in the 3rd wave basically of moving up before the next hard fork. And yesterday we formed this triangle here after the bullish move. So basically it's called a bullish pennant. And here you can see it here, that move up, bullish pennant. And I said that there would be a breakout because you can't always move on forever. There will, when you get squeezed, when the price gets squeezed like that, there needs to be a breakout. And I said that a bullish pennant is a bullish pattern. There was a chance to break to the downside, but it's more likely to go up, and it did. Normally, within the week, we would probably have seen more volume, but still we managed to break out, new all-time high. So that's what we're doing now. Smaller bull flag here, smaller bull flag here. You can probably see that on the 5-minute chart. It's hard to see. I don't like the 5-minute charts. It's a 5-minute chart. Going up, bull flag, go up, lower high now. So we need to see how that carries on. Good sign is always the moving averages are catching up. So, but this is the 5-minute chart. So, you know, these moving averages on the short term, they don't really are that meaningful because they react very quickly. What do you want me to repeat? I want to withdraw money from my bank. Yeah, I don't know. Just catching up on these messages, guys. Chat's going pretty quickly. How much could Cardano reach this cycle? It's speculative. I don't know. I think up to $10 is possible, but it would be high, $10. Yeah, spot on again. Thanks, Emir. Yeah, I must admit it was good timing this morning. That video came out just before it actually broke through. $5 to $10 end of cycle. Yeah, I agree. That could be possible. Can I buy VeChain on KuCoin? I'm on KuCoin. I can't. I didn't think I saw it there, but maybe I'll double check. That we broke our target prices. Yeah, well, target prices. I mean, we can take a look at the Fibonacci extension, but I don't like that very much because it's always where do you. The thing is with these Fibonacci levels, it's very subjective. So, trend-based Fib extension, because there are people who would start here now, go to the current top, go down to where we started. That gives you some indication. But then also some people would start down here. You know, some people would say, okay, we need to go back to the last retracement, things like that. So it's always a bit, I don't know. I don't like these very much because they are very, very subjective. But still, what do we see? We're now obviously here, so could take us to 298. Pretty accurate with $3. I think $3 is pretty much the next big one because $3, that is also a psychological mark, isn't it? So I think that's my next target. I think we could go fairly quickly to $3 now if we really manage to stay above this level. I think next week, possibly. That's my next target. Doge, please. Yeah, Doge. I don't only hold some Doge for fun, but actually Doge now, I think they're getting more serious with them being sponsored by a football team in the UK. Don't know if you heard about that. and also by them reinventing their foundation. Well, that's interesting. What is about ADA I believe in? Well, I think it's fantastic. It's a good team, fantastic team. I like the academic approach. I like that they haven't rushed. I like that they built the ecosystem before launching it, which some other people, foundations, companies, or organizations haven't done. They were just too fast. So now we have an ecosystem which works, and it is far advanced over many of the other ones. It's got a great community. I mean, you guys are just great, but the whole community is just one of the most friendly and optimistic ones in the whole crypto space, I think. The Ripple community is horrible, for example. But yeah, these are the main things. And then I think if people realize what Cardano can do, more and more applications will be launched as well. Just catching up on these messages. I don't think there is, Paul, I don't think there is anything stopping ETH business moving to ADA. There are bridges already that exist. So these organizations or D apps, they can just move over if they want to. So there are bridges. I'm from Germany, but I live in the UK. Kevin? No, who asked that? It's gone already. Oh, nature ambience. Yeah, I'm from Germany, but I live in the UK. That's why I have this strange accent. It's a mix of everything. Yeah, so ADA next resistance, I mean, the next main one I think is $3. The thing is though, you can, with this FIB extension, you can play around, but then it's always, how relevant is that? You could even start here, the beginning of the last pump now, but it's I don't really like that. Then you have smaller resistance levels here at 268, possibly. So I heard another YouTuber talking about 268 as well. So that is basically where I start here at the last candle down here. So with this FIB extension, you have 3 points. You start at the beginning of the impulse, and you move to the top, and then what I normally do it, I go down to where I started. Other people do it differently. That's what worked for me in the past. And if we zoom in, we can see probably that actually that is why that candle is actually not going up further, because we're now at the first resistance level here. So we've got these here, 265, 271, 278, 288, and then again the $3. So that's probably what it might be. It's subjective with these Fibonacci levels. I don't like them very much. The thing is, when you're trading all-time highs, it's very difficult. The good thing is actually, I said I expected we move up much faster now, but it might actually be a good thing not to move up too fast, because if we are moving up too fast, again, there is a risk of us going down. We can now see the next candle starting green already. Very nice on the hourly here, because it's now 9 o'clock in the UK. So if that's starting green already, looking good. Looking at some of the indicators here, RSI moving now into overbought territory. It's not necessarily a problem. We have the volume. The MACD going green. Nice. And the good thing is, if we're not moving up too fast, at least the moving averages have a chance to catch up. So yeah, we have still high gas fees on Ethereum. I think that's a big problem for them. Next pullback after we push to 270, yeah, that's realistic. I don't think we'll go straight to the $3. There will be some sort of point here where we will retrace from, even if it's not a major retracement, but there might be, speculation, there might be another bull flag or something. But here, 263, really nice. I think we haven't been there today, have we? Pretty much, yeah, we have been at 263.4 already. So we're just about to move further up. Good to see. Can I enter now into Cardano? Well, you can always, but obviously we've been talking about this on this channel for 2 months now, and there have always been better times to enter Cardano, let's say it like that, but you know, it's your decision. But there will, my view is that Cardano will go up further. I just sold 3K in Ether to buy in. Well, no. It seems expensive now, yes. It seems like that, but get in ADA is a great thing. It's long term, yeah, that's what I think. Just don't panic sell. The problem is if you buy now, what you need to know, there will be a retracement. There might even be a retracement. Even if it goes at some point go down to 150 again, you just need to be prepared. And either you set your stop loss so you don't make big losses, or you plan to hold long term, and then you're not bothered about it dropping to 150. For me, it's not even that much about the price. For me, it's more about ADA is so valuable to me that I don't really, it doesn't matter to me if it drops too much, because I think it's more the value of the coin I see. I don't really compare it to dollar value. The thing is, if I think like the bigger picture, what they want to change the world, they want to change life in Africa and so on. So I think it's all, it's just great. It's billing time. What, still? Oh, big time to buy Cardano. Yeah, I'm holding my ETH. The truth is, many people will now go in with FOMO. So a lot more people will go in. Might push the prices higher. The problem is these are always then call them the weak hands, which will be shaken out. If you don't want to be a weak hand, hold it. I sold ETH for ADA today. ICP, yeah, ICP is good. When do you see Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin, I think will go to 100K. That's my view, at least this year. And I think it won't be long. I mean, we are now, I showed you in this other video the bearish pattern that we're currently looking at. But I think I refer back to the stock to flow model. It's been so accurate, and I think that will happen 100K or more end of the year, around December. If we reach 100K this year for Bitcoin, I think Cardano can reach up to $10. I think it will reach more than 100K. Because whenever the stock to flow model, whenever we were in a bull market, it basically went above the predicted level. So I think from last bull market, the predicted level was like 5,000 or 6,000, and we actually hit 20,000. So that is why Plan B, who developed this stock to flow model, says that it could also reach 450K this year, which then would bring Cardano to more than $10 potentially, if we say they are related, which they are. Can I buy ADA? Well, you can always swap ADA and ETH. The next big drop, well, it all depends what the big drop is. I think for now we're going to stay above this resistance level, which is now support. So we're going up further, guys, 8.3 for 8.5% now. What could happen, obviously, is that if we now go up, need to go back to the daily chart. What could happen if we now go up from here? I mean, this is where we started pretty much. I think here where the parabolic move started. What could happen, I think, is we have this swing low here, then we go up, small low here, now we go up, maybe have a larger low there. I think we could fall back down to the 255 level, and hopefully this moving average is going to catch up. So that would be my next target. So if should we really go down, sort of panic selling, I think this that's the 20-day moving average, will provide some support. But this is currently at 183. But I don't think it will happen. I think the hype is just too big at the moment. I think before the 12th, people are going to hold. Why would anyone sell now? I mean, looking at what happened before the last hard fork, I don't think many people will sell before the 12th. Maybe a few days before that. So I would be prepared if you really want to. I mean, if I was going to take profits, I would probably sell ADA a couple of days before the 12th. Not everything, but in batches, but I won't. I don't know. I'm not aware about. I'm not following Solana that much. I actually thought I would hold some Solana, but then I was already happy. But then I saw I didn't actually. I don't know. It's gone. Maybe I never bought it. I thought I did. It's live. Yes, it's live. Is the volume low? Is it better? I might have been too far away from the microphone. So yeah, we are live, just trying to catch up on the messages. I hope the connection is good. It's my first live stream. I set it up yesterday. It always needs, obviously this channel has blown up quite quickly, so you need to be approved for live streaming. So it took 24 hours, luckily just in time for this new all-time high. Fantastic. So again, I can't thank you enough. I think it's I'm really humbled about how this channel is blown up. So nice to see that you like these technical analysis, and it seems to be helping you. What type of coffee? I've got my pad machine. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for everybody who's joined. 200 viewers. That's really more than I expected, actually. Oh, volume on ADA. Good. Yeah, volume. Yeah, because it's weekend most likely. I mean, you saw the volume on the 20th, which was the Friday. Within the week, the volume was higher. Had quite a lot of volume here. I mean, we can see, I mean, we had massive volume here. The price increased from 182 to 212. And we had probably a similar price increase here, but lower volume. It's just because, you know, if people don't want to sell, then you probably need you can move more with lower volume. Not many sellers in the market. I think that's why we had this price move with this low volume. But yeah, we're creeping up 264 now. Going up slowly. I'm gonna zoom in again to this. Oh, can't zoom in more. I need to go back to the hourly chart. I think there we can see more. But again, on the hourly chart, we had nice volume. But yeah, we're going through these Fibonacci levels, and I said it's normally subjective where you draw these, but you can see clearly that this 0.382 level is really acting as resistance here, because we touched it and now we're retracing back. And maybe everybody's watching this video, I don't know, but this is where the current resistance is. So it's the 265. No, it's sorry. Yes, 265. But we're going up, going up, going up. Slowly, which is good. Not parabolic, not crazy. Just catching up on these messages, guys. Well, Abid, you're asking about stop loss. I can't really say that because it all depends on when you bought. So, you know, this, and it also depends on the kind of pattern you did. So, for example, if, you know, if you, or if I had bought here, just above this, the resistance line here, the all-time high, the old all-time high, I'll probably set the stop loss somewhere at 250 down here. just to make sure that if it drops and it might touch this previous resistance level, which is now support of this triangle, if it goes down, that at least then it's selling. But you know, you want to have your stop loss far away enough that short-term price drops don't really trigger a sale and then it goes up. So yeah, it's 264 again. So we need to go through the 0.382 Fibonacci, which would then possibly take us to 270. What are your long-term plans for the channel? Will you offer trade advice based on your TA? The problem is, yeah, I was spot on. I don't really do day trading at the moment because I'm doing full-time. I'm in a full-time job. My plan is of course getting with Cardano, with this YouTube stuff, and I also have another side business running. I want to actually do this full time. Maybe then, but that is probably like half a year away or a year. But this channel is here for years. And then if I can't really give trading advice now, I don't, you know, or give signals. I know many people are doing that, but it would just be more pressure for me. This is why I also haven't created a Telegram group yet or something, because all of that takes time. And you know, if you have a family, if you have another side business, if you do full-time job and YouTube, there's nothing else you can do. Higher screen resolution. I think that depends because it's a stream now. It might be better quality later when you look at the video. I think, and I've got broadband, so I think I have good connection. It tells me the connection is excellent here, but I can't increase the. It might be from your end, but if not, maybe, or maybe I don't know if I can do anything here. Screen resolution. Tesla robot. I don't know about the Tesla robot. I use exchange. I buy from Binance. I buy from Coinbase. I set up accounts with Kraken and I set account up with KuCoin, and I also use Luno. Luno is a bit rubbish because you only can buy 5 coins, but I have Luno to invest through my the company that I have. So I've got a side business, as I said, and any profit from that side business I invest in crypto. But Luno was the only exchange that would set my company up, so that's why I'm on Luno. But then mainly just Coinbase, Binance. Binance a little bit less now because of the UK restrictions, but that's why I opened with Kraken as well. I think they are really good, and KuCoin or KuCoin, but I haven't really used them yet. But the thing is, this is all part of a strategy because, you know, when markets get overheated, you wanna have accounts open with different exchanges, because if you have only one exchange and you can't access it, then you're screwed pretty much. So I can only recommend open accounts. Do you know your customer stuff with various exchanges? Because the more people are going to enter now when we're really kicking off in this bull market, more people are going to enter FOMO. They want to get onto these exchanges, and it might be that you can't then open one again because they just can't keep up. Yeah, I think Zishan, I hope I pronounced it correctly. I think ADA could touch $10 by the end of the year, but everything needs to be working then. You know, all the smart contracts, everything needs to be running okay, and Bitcoin needs to probably go up to over 100K. Yeah, you can all help me doing this full time. My goal is to do it full time in 6 months, honestly. Uh, but yeah, you need to hit the like button. Obviously, this channel now, I mean, I went, it was a pain to get to 500 subscribers, and I think then when Cardano was getting close to the all-time high, this channel really kicked off, which is great. And that, to be honest, I've got another YouTube channel as well, not in crypto, but that took me half a year to get to 1,000 subscribers. But crypto is just because not many people, even though there are quite a few Cardano channels, but there are just many more people looking for this content than there are channels talking about it. Especially in this. I mean, if we enter in a bear market, I suppose many people would just not be interested in it again. So that's the risk with a crypto channel. Amy, what do you mean can be opened from anywhere in the world? Oh, use Swiss quote. Swiss bank. Okay, I don't know. Thanks, Arrow Chambers. KuCoin is great, yeah. Okay, don't need to know your customer, good. Will the UK be adopting Cardano or blockchain? In the UK, I don't know. UK is very skeptical about crypto because the problem is that the UK have destroyed all their industry. The only thing that's left in the UK is the banking and the financial system and tourism. So because that's or the pharmaceutical and food industry, but the problem is the banking industry is huge, which is why they are fighting against the crypto industry. They talk about the Bitcoin, which is ridiculous. Um, the central bank currency is possibly coming out, but they will most likely cooperate with a crypto, with something like Algorand to develop that. I subscribe now because you are replying. Yeah, I try to. It's going pretty quick. 300 current viewers now. That's fantastic. Thanks for everybody who's joined. Thanks for everybody supporting this channel. We are now seeing a small retracement. This is, by the way, the 1 hour chart. I'll go back to the 30-minute chart. 2 red candles now. We see that we've hit that the Fibonacci trend extension level here at 265. So that seems to be the next level to get through. Retracement is not a problem as long as we can find support here on the 255, the old all-time high, which we broke this morning. I think we should stay above that, hopefully. Would actually be good to test that again, just to see, get confirmation. We tested it once here at 7:30 UK time, but that looks a bit bearish now because we already touched it, we traced from that, but that's just very short term. What could be happening here at the moment, again, bull flag, there, pump, flag post, and then something like, not bull flag, it's a bullish pennant. It doesn't make a difference really, but it's a bullish move going up. Retracement and go up, possibly. The thing is with these bullish pennants or bull flags, bull flag would just be a channel. With this, you shouldn't drop below 50% of the pump. So we're pretty much here. We shouldn't drop below 259 to 60. If we do that, that's probably not a bullish pennant anymore. But if we're above that, we could go up now. So hopefully. And again, it's all just probabilities and nothing is guaranteed anyway. Where are you from? I said already, I'm from Germany, but I live in the UK. I didn't try the KuCoin trading bot. No, not yet. Greetings from Holland. Hello. Charles from Cardano said that Cardano will be 150 by year end. I don't know. He didn't say that. I don't think he said. Please be aware that there are a lot of scam channels out there. A lot of these live streams apparently trying to convince people to watch them and to donate money or donate ADA. These are all hacked channels. These are not genuine channels. I'm not sure. I don't think Charles would ever say that. They just try to take your ADA. Yes, people need to understand. Yeah, Kevin, people need to understand bull runs do not last forever and bear runs are a necessity. Yeah. A bull run wouldn't be great without a bear market because it just wouldn't. You need that retracement. Bear runs are great buying opportunity, yes. The problem is many people don't buy in bear markets. Price prediction for ADA. I don't know. My view is we could go to $4 before the 12th. He just did a podcast like 5 hours. Okay, if he said that, that's fine. Did he really say that? Welcome, Monica. It's good that you're here. How can we draw Fib retracement to know the next upcoming level of coins? Like here you have drawn it. How can... The thing is, where the Fibonacci, I don't like these Fibonacci extension levels because they are very subjective where you start drawing them. But there are two things. You can do the Fib retracement where you start with the latest pump, where the beginning of the last impulse. Yeah, so say down here, the beginning of this candle, and then you go to the top, which will give you the channels where we could see a retracement to. Oh, I just need to like that. So these are these are values where you could now retrace to. And the most important ones in trading are generally thought of are the 0.5 and the 0.618. So when you say you want to have a bullish pattern, which is bullish, you shouldn't drop below the 0.5 one. But these are only the retracement zones. Give you an idea of when to enter a new trade. For example, if you do day trading, you know, and you say, okay, I think it's probably logical that we go down to the 0.5 level. And when we then see the green candle, I can enter a trade and go into a long position. That is just for the retracement zones. To get idea of where we could be heading, you have to use the trend-based Fib extension. And then you start again at the beginning of the last pump. You go to the top, which was actually already here. But let's just say that the close of the candle here. And how I do it, I just go back to the beginning then. The third point is always the beginning. And that's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is, so this is more, I guess, long term. From this point of view then, you would have 267 and pretty much 274 and 280, 281, 286. But that's just the last candlestick here. But there are different ways of doing it, so it's a bit tricky. Now I can't remember where I actually started last time. Right, let me up here. All right, I'm actually now on the 30-minute chart, so that messed it up a little bit. I always like to use the 1-hour charts for that. But this is what you normally do. You start at the beginning of the last impulse, which on the 1-hour chart actually looks like it's this one. You go to the latest high, and then you go down to where you started. That's how I do it. And there are different ways of doing it, so that's why I say I don't like it very much. Because people do it different ways, and if there is no agreed way of doing it, they only work. I'm convinced they only work because many people believe they work, otherwise they wouldn't work. I don't think they would. I prefer to use things like patterns, and I prefer to use the indicators and oscillators. They give a much clearer picture for me. Good night from USA. Yes. Australia, welcome. Yeah, there are scam channels out there, so be careful about that. Really be careful about these. I get them suggested every day on YouTube, and they look genuine. They pretend they do a live stream with Charles or so, but they actually don't. They just say they give a free ADA giveaway, which they would never do. Cardano would never do that. Yes, they made a video warning people of swap scams. Yes, don't fall for that. If it sounds too good to be true, it's not true. There are people creating these fake videos. Yeah, he talked about these fake videos. Yeah, exactly. That's shocking. And I think Ripple filed a lawsuit against YouTube because they don't do enough to prevent these fake channels to happen. Can't wait to... So my price prediction for ADA at the end of the year is anything between $4.50 and $10. That all depends on the Bitcoin price. Because I don't know how high Bitcoin will go. I think certainly minimum 100k for me. Bitcoin, not Cardano. And then Cardano could go then to maybe between $5 and $10. But don't buy, wait for correction. Yeah, I don't like buying at all-time highs. 2025, again, if we go by the price, ADA price for 2025, if we go by the stock to flow model, then, and if Bitcoin goes to 1 million, according to that, I think Cardano could really go to $30 or so in 5 years. Well, we're retracing now to 262 again. Yes, thanks Inacio, I hope that's how you pronounce it. Thanks for your comment. Sushi Swap, I think it's just another swap. I think it's just another exchange that tries to copy what Uniswap is doing, Pancake Swap is doing. So it works, but I think Uniswap is still the main one. I think but I guess on Cardano you will have your Sunday Swap and Flano Swap. The resistance level, I think the next main resistance is probably like the $3. That's the main one. There will be further ones on the way here, like 270, I think. But these are just based on the Fibonacci extension, which is not always very accurate. But there will be further, yeah, I think 270 maybe is the next one. But we're currently in this, I mean, we already were up here, so we're retracing down a little bit. But that could become a channel. If I just connect the candles, not the wicks, this could really become a bull flag, which is a channel which is going down, which is nice because that could mean that we are going up in another pump. So bull flag always looks like that. If we don't go below, let's say 260, that could indicate another pump. Maybe we hit the 260 and then we should go up. That's what a bull flag normally is. Now there's the spammers coming in. Yeah, I just did hide the bot. Do you think there will be a lot of resistance at 50k Bitcoin? I think there might be, yeah. I mean, we can have a quick look at Bitcoin, but I think there will be. Bitcoin. Just take a quick look at Bitcoin, where we are currently. Just takes a moment to load. Need to go back to the 1 hour chart, or even the daily one maybe. Just need to adjust that. I mean, what I said in this morning's video, and I still have it drawn on this, this obviously Bitcoin, and this, it pretty much is not a channel, it's pretty much an ascending wedge, which is a bearish pattern, where we looked like we were getting into something like a bull flag here. And that's probably better visible on the hourly one again. And we're still in that triangle that I showed you this morning in the video. So again, what happened, it's not 100% accurate. Probably have to move that closer in here. It's sometimes tricky to draw them, but this to me, you know, we had this huge pump and then now we are consolidating again, moving towards this apex. So something's going to happen in the next few hours with Bitcoin. This pretty much looks to me like a bullish move, because this is a bullish pennant. Yeah, and it's always good when you have this like a bull flag. not quite a bull flag, but it's called a bullish pennant. If you have a triangle here, a symmetric triangle. So if you then don't go down much before this movement actually starts, that's actually a good sign. Sometimes you go down first and then it starts, but if it starts up here, it's actually a good sign. So we'll see something's going to happen here, and the moving averages are catching up. So we might actually go up to maybe the 50k today. Yesterday we nearly hit the 50k up here. It was 49.8. So that could Cardano give another boost. But nobody knows really, but I think so. It's just for me the most realistic scenario. Back to Cardano. So I think 260. We might go back to 260, and then that's for me now the next, probably the next realistic move that's gonna happen. Here on the hourly one, could be a channel forming here. Hit that level here at the 0.786 Fibonacci, and then possibly move to the upside. Just one scenario. I think the most likely one. It looks like we are forming a channel. You can see that better on the lower time frames, but is a possible scenario, like a bull flag. So thanks again everybody who's joined the live stream. I can't go on forever. Already been running now for what, an hour or something. So I haven't even had breakfast yet. It's 9:30 in the UK. Giant head and shoulder on Bitcoin. Really, I didn't spot that, but maybe, yeah, okay. Going down, boys, yeah, but if it is a bull flag here, that's a good retracement, and then it could go up. Yeah, screen looks out of focus. The problem might be it's because it's a live stream. Maybe the connection isn't perfect. What do you think about Ethereum? We don't talk about that in here. Well, I still think Ethereum. I think one day probably Cardano may catch up. Really, I think they actually might coexist. So I still hold Ethereum. I think at least in this bull run, it still has potential. That's why I hold it just as investment. I'm not sure if I'm gonna hold it for 5 years like I do Cardano, because they still have a problem with gas fees. So this London hard fork didn't really, I think, do necessarily what it should have been doing. And I think that helps Cardano, because if they still have high gas fees and we have the smart contracts on Cardano, possibly projects might move over, or more adoption of Cardano or whatever, but it can only be good for Cardano. Will Cardano launch a proof of burn app? Well, I think they are. Charles did a live stream and he encouraged developers to develop proof of burn applications, I think, and mechanisms for Cardano. So I think they are working on that. That will come out at some point. Alice coin, I can have a look at it. Haven't had a look at it before. Screen is perfect. Thanks for letting me know. Show us ETH giant head and shoulders, please. Why would ADA not take over ETH when it's faster, cheaper? Yes, but I think the only thing in crypto, the first mover advantage is really the first mover advantage. So Ethereum was just way earlier. So there is just much more adoption at this point. But you're right, Cardano is faster, cheaper, and more efficient. And I even think when ETH 2.0 will come out, maybe in 2030 at some point, that was a joke, by the way, but I think it won't come out maybe next year at some point. But at that point, Cardano has had a lot of adoption already. And ETH 2.0, from what I know, it might get to its limits even when it's out, because I think it's not good enough. They still need Polygon then as second layer. But yeah, I mean, we need to see. But it's now Cardano has big advantage because Ethereum was just too early. Now they move to proof of stake. It just takes them too long to do it. Cardano it's the perfect timing is in this bull market for Cardano. 12th of September is perfect. How much ADA do I hold? I hold around 25,000 ADA. But I bought them, started to buy them last year. But most of them are staked. And I always say that Cardano is my biggest holding, but you know, just after Cardano, I've got then Bitcoin, I've got XRP and other cryptos. Ethereum is one of my smaller holdings. Could you look up NEO? Yeah, I can talk about NEO in another video. I've got NEO as well. I hold NEO. Yeah, first move advantage may not matter in the long run. It won't, hopefully. Yeah, all these questions. You know, is it too late to jump on the bandwagon? I don't think it's too late. But it's up to you if you want to wait for a retracement. There will be a retracement at some point, but nobody can guarantee when it will happen. It could even be that we now move to $3, you know. And for me personally, it's certain that we will move up in another big move before the 12th of September. And today we made a big move, new all-time high, very exciting. So it's never too late, I think, if you plan to hold for the long run. But then I had a comment a few days ago, you know, if you have to pay bills and everything, I personally would never invest money that I need to pay bills, because even if the price goes down, I would personally not sell. I would just hold it then. So at least I don't need the money for something else. And that's a good way of doing it. And I'm not worried when the price drops, because I know about Cardano, I know the project, I understand the project, and I only encourage you, if you want to buy that, just do your research first, fully understand the project, because if you really know about it, and YouTube is a way of, you know, learning about these projects as well, then you are less worried when prices actually go down. Can go back to maybe the 5-minute chart. 5 minutes shows actually what is going to happen. Looking like something like a triangle is forming, or a descending wedge, which again is a good sign, descending wedge, because that's another potentially bullish pattern. Bit hard to see on the 5-minute chart here, but ascending wedges are normally bearish patterns, and descending wedges are bullish patterns. Never guaranteed, but they work out pretty well normally. So what you can see, we're moving towards this apex here, so we could correct down to 260, which would then potentially be a breakout. Shout out Los Angeles, thanks for joining. By the yesterday bought algo, like you said. Well, I didn't say buy algo, I said I bought algo, so obviously you need to make your own decisions. I don't give any trading advice, but yeah, if you came to the conclusion that algo works for you, that's fantastic. Haven't looked at algo today, I must say. I only saw that it dropped yesterday slightly, but it moved up again. But I think certainly for this leg of the bull market, I think algo still has a lot to catch up. Why invest if not going to take profits? Well, I did say that that's why I have two portfolios. So I hold my portfolio for probably the next 5 years. I won't touch that. And that's because if you bought Bitcoin 5 years ago, then I mean, you can probably retire now, depending on how much you bought. But that's, you know, this time period of 5 years it really has the potential to make millionaires, this long time period. So there will be profit taking at some point, but not in the short term. But I also have the trading portfolio. So two portfolios. One is like a trading portfolio where I can do short-term profit taking. So I think that's for me. That works for me. What's going on the 12th of September? I keep reading. Well, it's Michael, the 12th of September will be the big day for Cardano, when everything that everybody in the Cardano community has waited for, when smart contracts are going to go live. I think it's actually the 13th. So on the 12th, they start the hard fork, which then means that all the applications, the dApps will be able to run on the Cardano Mainnet. Yeah, exactly. You can take profits or hodl and stake. Yeah, I didn't talk about staking. Staking, of course, you can earn passive income with staking. So that's why you can hold long term. The Fed is going to collapse. Well, maybe not. don't think they will. Is there any further upcoming news for ADA after 12th of September? Well, yeah, of course, there are two more stages coming. Interoperability, and then we have the governance. Two more hard forks, but I don't have a date for these. Have to know these pennant flag structures. Yeah, they sometimes look a bit. But now we've seen a small breakout. What you can see here is that this is only the 5-minute chart, but the moving average came up, sort of acts now as support here for these 3 candles, pretty much. So we could now move out, but we actually were rejected at this level here from the Fibonacci extension. So we could go down now again to 260, and then there will need to be a breakout, hopefully to the upside. But this also looks a bit like a double top. So I think, as long as we don't drop below the 255 sort of, which is the new all-time high, as long as we don't drop below that, hopefully we should be okay. Sol was not distributed in a decentralized way. Yes, Solana is not really decentralized. Pretty exciting times when the market is being less bullish. Yeah, Bitcoin lost a little bit of momentum, I must say that. But we're, I think, back in the game now. At what price to sell ADA? Well, I will sell ADA. I don't have a lot of ADA in my short-term portfolio, so I probably won't even sell that because I like ADA too much. I will just stake it. But maybe if we talk about in 5 years, I don't know. I will accumulate until then. And I don't know if I will ever sell it. I don't know, because if it becomes something like, let's say it becomes something like an Amazon stock, it's just a major asset, isn't it? So I don't know why I would actually sell it. And at that point, if I accumulate for another 5 years, I probably have, enough ADA for me to maybe even potentially at some point live off staking rewards. At least it's another income stream, so that would be great. No, no idea about Binance if they will make that available again. I think they probably will at some point, but they have issues with regulation, so they are still, I think, the biggest exchange, so they won't allow other exchanges to, or they actually don't want other exchanges to take a lot of customers from them, so they have to do something. Enigma, I need money. Well, me as well. Right, so I got a sense that market is looking to test $3 for ADA. Yeah, hopefully. So I'm going to carry on until we break this structure here. I want to see what's going on, and then I'll probably finish this live stream for now. And then there might be another update video later today. I just want to do this live stream as we were breaking this new all-time high. Really nice to see you all joining. But I guess in the next 15 minutes or so, we probably break this pennant, this triangle here. Or this descending wedge, it really is. That's probably what it is. The thing is, these structures, they move, or these patterns, they can move and transform as well, because it's like fluid, something like that. So you can see that at the moment, pretty crucial moment, we can see that this blue line here, which is the 20-day moving average on the 5-minute chart, has provided support for all these candles now. Yeah, and the next one is now, the next two will be crucial. See, if we break below the moving average, then we might be down for another little bit bumpy ride here within this triangle. or do we actually, does this moving average actually push us outside of this triangle, descending wedge, into this next zone of the Fibonacci extension zones? Let's see where the new candle is starting here. Very small candle, hard to see now. And it's interesting how these really sometimes work, or most of the time actually work, as support and resistance zones. So these moving averages, I like to use them because they are the most simple indicators, and most people understand them, and they are the most basic ones. And so I need to wait what's going to happen. Just catching up on the messages. Smash the like button. Yes, smash the like button, please. Yeah, how are the live streams? I don't know yet. Need to see, because possibly on the weekend, definitely. But I'd like to do them probably when something significant happens. So I'm not sure if I can time them, because sometimes it would just be boring if nothing really. If I say that it will always happen on a Saturday afternoon or something here in the UK, then if nothing happens on the chart, it's a bit boring. So I need to see. It's still a very new channel, so I need to think about it. But there will be more live streams in the future, certainly. I will also let you know in advance when they happen, unless we really have a moment where we suddenly have an all-time high. I just need to go out and do a live stream quickly. But as I said, I work full-time still, so I can't really all the time be in front of the screen, which is why I don't really do day trading at the moment. But possibly full-time YouTuber at some point. Looks like a green candle, which is good. Again, thanks a lot for everybody joining. Thanks for all your support. Really, really appreciate your comments underneath the videos. This really keeps me going. These videos are a lot of work, but it's so rewarding to get these comments and everything. A few haters here and there, to be honest, always, because some people just don't like Cardano, whatever. As I said, there was a guy yesterday saying that I was doing clickbait when I said a breakout was coming, but honestly I wasn't. There was a pattern forming and I said there will be a breakout. He said we are currently on the way down, go to another channel. It was just clickbait, but actually we were going up. And that comment, I think he deleted it because I can't find it anymore, but I had it in my email. So it's, I mean, go to another channel, yes, but there are many YouTube channels, many Cardano channels as well, and I think we're all one community. It's not really one channel or the other. I think, I mean, I watch other YouTube channels as well, other Cardano channels, and most of the guys are doing a really good job and really work for the community. That's what it's for. That's how I see it. In my opinion, the more Cardano channels, the better, because it all spreads the word about Cardano, doesn't it? Hi from Brisbane. Oh, hello to Brisbane. A lot of people from Australia, actually. I noticed that. Yeah, ignore the haters. I know it's just sometimes annoying, but because people sometimes just dislike without actually watching the video. Yeah, envy, that's true. It's actually a good sign, isn't it? Because people are only envious if something's working out, and as long as it works for you, you appreciate it. That's yeah, multiple videos a day. It's, to be honest, it doesn't feel like work to me. I really like doing these videos because it helps me to stay close to the price anyway. I think if you are invested with a certain amount of money, you want to stay close to your investments and understand what the price is doing. So if I then just do a video on top of that, it's just not really taking too much additional time. Thanks, Ignacio, for that great comment. Yeah, I'm sure at some point I need your guys' help to become full-time YouTuber, but this is still too early. Love these videos. Yeah, hate. Fan from Thailand. Hi, Win. Saw your comments in the videos. Thanks a lot. Perfect time to stream for Australia. That is true. It's evening over there, I guess, or afternoon. My sister lived in Australia for 10 years. Actually in Brisbane and in Sydney and in Melbourne. No, she wasn't in Sydney. She wasn't, or was she? But she was in Brisbane and Melbourne. Sorry, I don't know what FET is. What's FET? Don't know, sorry. Fan from London. Great. Welcome. "24-hour price." Sorry, what do you mean with 24-hour price? The one day chart? Oh, we're actually breaking down at the moment. That's not a problem. We've got the support here, 259 to 60. And then hopefully we'll go to the top here, maybe down again. And then there needs to be a breakout at some point. But hopefully we'll find support at least here at 255, which would, if we break below that, this short fake out, it might have been a fake out. I don't hope it will be. I hope we'll carry on like that. I mean, you can see in the last few here, when we made that move, it was quite a bit of a way down actually before we moved up. The good thing is, the further you go down in a correction and you're still sort of above the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement, then the more you can actually sort of get energy and move up again. If you don't really get a retracement after a big move up, then it's hard for the price to continue to go up. Good night, yeah, for everybody. It's morning here in the UK. So I seem to have a few subscribers from Thailand. Thanks a lot. It's saying 50 people can compliment you, but it only takes one hater, and that's the fool you. Yeah, the thing is, that's true. They'll probably need to get used to it. As I said, I've got another YouTube channel as well in a completely different niche about my side business. There are not really a lot of haters, and I think in crypto, there's just because there's so much emotion as well. It's just what it is. Hold that ADA. Yes, I agree. Makes you wonder what effect XRP SEC will have on ADA. I'm not sure if it will have an effect on ADA. Maybe it will. If it might drag the whole market up, potentially. But yeah, XRP, I hold XRP. I think it's still a good price now for me to buy XRP because it hasn't settled yet. As soon as there will be a settlement, and I'm sure there will be, I think people again will just jump in and say, oh no, is it too late now? But that's the time to buy, at least for me now, XRP. I hope I can buy enough before the settlement. I'm pretty sure there will be a settlement because most cases with the ACC just end in a settlement. And I know XRP Ripple is not decentralized, but it's still a good investment for me. Florida, welcome. So again, this is just a 5-minute chart. It's going down in this move here. But hopefully here at which should take place in the next 25 minutes, if we really get squeezed into this apex here, something will happen, and we're probably gonna leave that structure either way. But it is a bullish move, that one here, even though it goes down. But this is generally a good retracement. It's a bullish pennant. Again, a lot of viewers, around 300 people watching. Thanks everyone for joining. Again, still a very new channel. I don't know if I get any new subscribers from this live stream actually, but if you're here, if you like it, if you like the content, then yeah, by all means, please subscribe. That helps the channel, helps me going, and it helps hopefully, wow. I probably got another 100 subscribers in the last hour. It's shocking. That's good. So thanks everyone. Hello Bitcoin Steve. Sure you like Bitcoin? and ADA. So yeah, it's always a bit, you know, less exciting to see these corrections, but they always prepare the price to go up further. So again, sometimes you get these after these moves up, and this was the flag, the bull flag. So if we just draw a line here, that's the flag pole, and then you generally get, after these pumps, you get a correction, and then you can get a flag structure, which would be just two parallel lines going down, which is then called the bull flag, which is again a bullish move. But what we have now is this pennant, which is basically the same thing. It's just a triangle or a descending wedge formation. And if we just start from the latest pump down here, just want to take a look at the retracement zones. We go to the top that we touched today. Normally you say in such a bullish pennant or bullish flag, you shouldn't go down below the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. So that zone is 257. Hopefully that should provide some support here, but also you can see that the apex is actually before that, so we probably might not get down to the 0.5. So if you hear the dog barking, that's downstairs. There's a warning coming up now. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Don't know, that might be my connection. So let me know if that's an issue. So yeah, by all means, everybody who's joining who likes the content, please subscribe. It's only, yeah, I deserve more. Thanks for that. It's hard work, such a channel, but I really enjoy it. It you know, sorry for the dog barking downstairs, but he will stop soon. Yeah, it is hard work. We'll see where it breaks. If it breaks to the upside, I'll probably go. If it breaks to the downside, let's see if I can stay a little longer. I had other plans today as well, so need to get a coffee as well. Yeah, again, thanks for all the good positive comments. I mean, it's all this community, the Cardano community, I found really great on YouTube. It's really, I really appreciate it. I think had I really gone into, let's say, doing a next Ripple XRP channel. I mean, I talk about XRP on this channel as well, but I see it on Reddit, and the XRP community isn't great. Also, it's exciting because the Cardano community is just growing. It's now getting more and more popular. Now with smart contracts coming out, it seems like I picked the right crypto to do this channel. I mean, I also talk about other cryptos. I actually started, my first videos were about Bitcoin, but if you start a channel, you realize there are a lot of people talking about Bitcoin, not so many people actually looking for it. I think you can grow a YouTube channel by going into a popular cryptocurrency that is just growing. And Bitcoin is for many people actually in crypto. Bitcoin isn't that exciting anymore. Whereas for people not familiar with crypto, they haven't even heard about Cardano. So it's a bit crazy. Thanks, Enyo. Is it Enyo? Enjoy music. Sorry. Enjoy music. Thanks for that. Chili's. I haven't really looked too much into Chili's. I know it's they work with football teams, isn't it? I think it has potential. It's a niche. Not many other projects are really in at the moment. So I think Chili's, I probably will do a video at some point. I actually was working on a video, but I stopped doing it for some reason. So people have asked for that in the comments as well. So I might do a video on Chili's in the future as well. When will it drop? I don't know. We can only say, oh guys, it's breaking currently to the upside. That's what we were looking for. Might need to move that slightly though. So the idea is hopefully we get out of this, flip it to a support level, and then we should be good to go to the upside again. Looks like the buyers are stronger at the moment. Hopefully that will continue. We want to see the next candle. This is the 5-minute chart, starting above this. So talking about the indicators, goddamn, your retracement is so accurate. Yeah, as I said, I don't like the retracement, the Fibonacci retracements, because there are many people who don't like them. There are people who use them every day. Then there are others who say this is just, it's because you can move it anywhere. You can. It depends on which time frame you're looking at. You know, it normally says you start your retracement zones at the beginning of the last pump, but then I can zoom back, and I could look at that whole thing here as a pump, and then you get different zones. So it's all a bit subjective, these retracement levels. I don't really like using them, but sometimes they give a good indication. But the thing is with these Fibonacci numbers, you can find them everywhere in life, you know, in nature and everything. So that's why many traders believe they work. Can you show the indicators? What do we have? We've got the, I mean, this is only the 5-minute chart at the moment. I've got the 5-minute because we see more at the moment. So we've got the RSI showing the momentum going down at the moment, which you can clearly see. So we've got lower highs here on the RSI. The it just shows the momentum, how the price develops. So price going down, we see you even lose momentum if you make highs, but the distance between the highs is getting lower. Yeah, so it's just losing momentum. But now we're picking up momentum again because the price went up. Normally I use this to determine if we're still in bullish momentum. Bullish is above 50. We've touched the 50. So we're now moving up again. Good sign in my opinion. And above 70 is normally overbought. Doesn't necessarily need to mean a lot, but it normally means when you're somewhere in overbought territory, it might be time for selling. So whenever you are, the next candles might be red. So you can see that here, for example, when we were this morning in overbought territory on the 5-minute chart. After that, we had a few red candles, and then it cooled down again, but then it went up. So it wouldn't have been a good time for selling. So I don't normally use it on the 5-minute chart because the 5-minute chart, everything reacts very quickly. MACD, you've got these two lines here. One is the indicator line, the other one is the MACD line. It currently made a bearish crossover. So when the blue line is crossing the orange line, that's normally bearish sign, and you can see that on the histogram down here. So it's always oscillating around the zero line. But then when we are starting to move, it looks like we've already had the lowest point now. So there might be a trend reversal coming. Just need to see these lines moving the other way to the upside. So we're already seeing there might be a trend reversal now, and we've broken to the upside at the moment. So just make that smaller. Good sign. The candle is starting here above the bullish pennant. Now it might test that, and if we test that and we get a green candle after that and we stay above this sort of descending wedge formation, that might help us to get to the upside. Yeah, Jacob, you say the fib is weird. I don't like it, but yeah, wish ADA will go down a little. That's the thing. It's actually a good sign and not a good sign. If it goes down, at least we can buy more. Not a good sign because, you know, I mean, to me, it's actually good if it stays low because I'm not planning to sell any soon. I'd rather accumulate more at a lower price. So for anybody who's holding long term, it's actually not good if it's going up. But obviously we all like it. Do you think? I don't know. I'm not sure what one is. Please share about harmony. Could you talk about the likelihood of a drop after the smart contract and how far you think it might drop? Yeah, there could be a drop. Of course, there could be a drop coming. There was a drop after the last hard fork, and I can only have a look at. Let's just go back to the daily chart quickly. Need to adjust. If we, you know, looking at what happened last time, this is this. Merry hard fork was here. We can see when actually on the day, no, that was the 27th of Feb. So actually on the day itself, when the hard fork took place, we saw a retracement. Not a major one, but it was a drop. So, well, it was actually, it started actually dropping, yeah, on the 1st of March. And how much was that? We actually dropped from on that day, we actually peaked to 135. And in the next few days, we dropped down to $1. So, you know, if we just take that, or from the absolute peak, which was at 147, nearly 150, we actually dropped down here. So 32%, yeah, something like that could take place again, not guaranteed. If you see that we really move up massively, and I showed you that today in the video, not sure who watched it, but that's what I saw yesterday, that we have this channel that we're actually trading in. And that is a channel because we hit that with the previous all-time high that we made a few days ago. So if we say that channel is actually something, that could be something like a cup and handle formation. So a cup here, handle was forming here. Now if we assume that is a cup and handle, guys, we take that distance here from $1 to 250 and it added to the top. That's our price target, which is $5. That would be amazing. And I said in the video yesterday, if we manage to break above this 260, this is huge, because that was like the last major resistance level. I mean, a channel is powerful, a channel formation. And if you break above that and you break that formation, that's huge. If we really get through this day and stay above this 260 level, or 255 it was, then I think this is really bullish. I'll go back to the 5 minutes. But I think a drop could, I mean, if we now really go to for $55, even before that hard fork, we could drop down to this 255 level, I think, again, because that is now a support. That will form a support. So we can see now we're testing that level here again, but it's quite steep. Possible for ADA to hit $5? Yes, I certainly think it would be possible. ADA to $100 in a year? No, not in a year. Maybe in 5 to 10 years. Yeah, so I think I have to stop the live stream now. I've been here now quite long actually today. Hope you all enjoyed it. There will be another update video later today, and I will always let you know in advance if there's nothing, you know, no breakout happening. I can let you know in advance if I do the next live stream, when I do it. But at the moment it's looking good. Obviously we're testing that now. As long as we stay above this level now, around the 260, 259, that we should be able to go up, because we're now out of this bullish pennant formation. The problem is I think the volume is quite low on the weekend, so we don't see the huge pumps that we could be seeing maybe in the week. Because normally when you break out of such a pennant, then, I mean, to be honest, it's only the 5 minute chart, so it's not a huge structure. Let's see if we can see something on the 1 hour, something that's a bit more meaningful. Just gonna take that out. Whoops. You can see on the 1 hour chart it's looking pretty good. So the 5 minute chart obviously only gives a short indication, but here on the 1 hour, that looks brilliant. That looks so good because we pumped all the way up. We now seem to be forming something again on the 1 hour chart as well, like a bullish pennant. So it's something like that. Again, it's like a symmetrical triangle forming here. And again, these are like the structures that prepare you normally for another bullish up move towards. So my guess today is that we'll see further moves to the upside now that we've broken the all-time high again, and that we've seen some volume. I think we should be good for today, and hopefully that will set us up for a really good week next week, and really good. I think all good. So any other comments? People talking about 1,000? All right, yeah, I'm going to close the live stream now. Thanks for everybody who's been watching. Oops, that was my mouse. Thanks for everybody who's been watching. Thanks for everybody who's commenting underneath the videos and everything. Really appreciate that. There'll be another update video later today, and live streams are going to come in the future as well. So thanks for everyone, really. Thanks for your time. Thanks for joining. Highly appreciate that. And leave your chart up. Now I'm going to close the live stream. This will be visible as video, and then there will be another live stream. Thanks again. It was great talking to you guys. I really enjoyed it. I'll do more live streams soon. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet before you leave, please do so. And you won't miss any other videos. And let's hope we won't, we'll stay in that range today. All right. So see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.